You've done it. You made it through statistically the hardest day of the week. It's all downhill from here. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Beach House Beach Bunker. I'm Tyler Glen, and this is the show about food, fun places, in the mayhem of life. Come on in. Even though we've come through the Megadeth mega cold, it's still chilly this morning. But coming up on the show today, you got to check your freezer for those pizza pops. Yeah, that's the greatest food known to man, Manitoba invention, causing some health problems, and there's a lot of questions surrounding that. We'll get to the heart of the matter and answer all your pizza pop related questions, because if we know one thing on this show, we know pizza pops are so good when they don't make you sick. Also, breaking news this morning, StatsCan is out with the latest fertility rate for Canada. Okay, listen, we've got a problem, Canada. We are not having babies. We have set a new record for low fertility. One-child households have come to Canada. The average household is now 1.25 children. That means if you got 5 people on the block, you got one family that had no kids. You got 3 families that had 1 kid, and 1 family had 2 kids. Remember the families that had like 6 kids, 8 kids? Oh, that's insanity nowadays. We are down to 1 in Canada, and the alarm bells are sounding. Some very interesting stuff coming up, and some fun stuff too, because we need to get these young people we need to come up with some solutions here to this low birth rate. We're going to introduce you to the Great Lake Jumper. While the rest of us are freezing in minus 50, this guy is going swimming. We were joking about that online, but there's a guy that's actually doing that. Can you imagine going up to Clear Lake right now, cutting a hole in the ice, not for ice fishing, but to go for a swim? You're taking your life into your own hands. I'm not talking about a one-time polar plunge. This guy does it every day in Michigan. Or is it Illinois? I think it's Chicago. We'll check it out. I can't believe he's doing this. This is so friggin' cold. And the Super Bowl ads are out, and at least one of them, Budweiser, is out with their Super Bowl ad, and it's getting a lot of attention. Thanks, Tracy, for giving me a heads up on that, because we're, of course, watching for them as we get ready for the Super Bowl next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And always got great commercials to go along with that. And, the horse is back. It's fantastic. We'll, of course, have it for you coming up on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Hope your Tuesday's off to a great start. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Everybody talking about the weather. You think spring had broken out. You think that they should open up the spray parks. It was so exciting to have, although that wind last night, yesterday afternoon is like, woo, you can tell weather change. Anytime there's a weather change now, it's like you have to lose your roof of your house for the new weather system to come in. Roads this morning, we did have one small section of road up around Shoal Lake that had to close because of the wind. We don't have any closures this morning as I pull up my Manitoba 511 map here. Things are good this morning, but man, it was windy yesterday. Woo! She was windy. It was Highway 21 was closed for a bit yesterday afternoon. Still seeing some potential visibility issues with the wind. The wind is still making things quite cold. So we have some visibility challenges and some wind chill challenges to contend with this morning. And as far as our forecast is concerned, we will continue our warming trend, but I will tell you it's slow. It's slow going. We'll see high minus 20 today in the sunshine. No melting today, but we could see some melting tomorrow because we'll get close to that magic minus 15 in the sunshine. Minus 18 will be the high tomorrow, and we will see some melting probably Friday with that high of minus 16. Again, science. The sun's trajectory at this time of year, minus 15 or warmer in the sun, will see some slush develop. So we'll have spring-like conditions going into the weekend, and you can't argue with minus 4, even with some snow flurries. Kids will be outside enjoying the toboggan runs and maybe some outdoor activities, skating ovals, some cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, just getting out with the dog and not wanting to say, oh my God, why do we live here? You won't have to do that this weekend. It's going to be relatively normal. So we've got something to look forward to, okay? Can be out barbecuing and not, I think this is more of a Tyler barbecuing weekend as opposed to a Quentin survival barbecuing weekend, I would say. We're on all platforms to start the show. Move over to Twitch for hour 2. Thank you for being here on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and X, and thank you so much. I do appreciate it. The show comes in audio form. You can download it at tylerglenshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, you can watch the show on demand anytime for 2 weeks after the show happens. So if something catches your eye as you're scrolling about the internet and see something that, hey, what were they talking about that for? You can stop, hit the link, and you can either download the audio or you can watch the video interactions with our Sunseekers at twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. All right, so everyone's allowed to comment in hour 1, and it's for VIPs only in hour 2 of the show. Let's get going and say good morning to our folks in Sunseeker chat, see who we've got to say hello. Thanks for being part of the ride. Hola, hola. And we got Road Reverend on Twitch and Rick on TikTok to get things rolling this morning. Pebbles is on Twitch, and we've got Miranda on TikTok. Polar Bear on Twitch, and we've got George on TikTok. Zumba Bernice on Twitch. Cindy's here on Twitch, too. And we've got DB on TikTok. DB. Hello, DB. Nice to see you. Waving to Frank as well. Frank back for another round. Good to see you, Frank. Richard's over on Facebook with Janine and Jody. Nick is on Facebook with Lindy, and Loretta's over on Facebook, too. Hope you had a nice Monday, you guys. So is Pat and Katie4380. And Katie's on Twitch. Patricia's over on Facebook. Tristan is back on TikTok again. Tracy's on Twitch. J-Lo's here on Facebook. Jennifer Lee, good morning to you. Hope you had a nice Monday. Let's get going. Baby ideas. We need babies. We need babies. Just ask Baba Shin. She's we got to make everybody my age Babas and Gilos. I was putting my feet in the dirt going, no, I don't think I want this. Ooh, our country depends on it. We need to shut everything down. We need to, in these storms, we need to open up the hotels. We need to encourage young people to go to dances, maybe. I don't know what the answer is. They're not having babies. We need babies. Quinn's here on Twitch this morning. Hello. It's all down here from here, says Nick, or uphill from here. Too much thinking first thing in the morning. This is as far as you need to go. When you're thinking in the morning, get coffee, put Tyler on. Or in reverse order, put Tyler on, get coffee. That's it. You don't even have to go pee. You just got to get out. Oh, it's the morning. I gotta, what did Tyler say? Put Tyler on, put coffee in on Tyler? Coffee time. I'm not even awake. Okay, just put Tyler on and get coffee. That's all you need to. You can worry about going to the bathroom later. It's good to see you. Why? Nick says, why do we have 3 kids and no money? We can't have no kids and 3 money, says Homer Simpson. Wise words. Lindy is doing well. I'm just not sleeping very well, says Lindy. You should have been listening to the show yesterday. We gave you some very handy-dandy tips to get a good night's sleep from Navy SEALs. If you cannot use the Navy SEALs way to fall asleep, then you need to see the doctor about getting some super high test stuff to knock you out. Or if all else fails, baseball bats, you got to just say whoever's around, can you help me out with this? I am having just right back here. Just one swim. Okay, down you go. Sleep time. Sleep time. Quentin says, ever wonder why the fertility rates are down? Geez, swimming in a frozen lake is a great way to end up with a second belly button. Well, although this guy's, he's a Yank, so no, this problem is homegrown. Canadians just are not getting busy with it. I think that, I don't know what's going on here. This is unacceptable. We need babies. Babies. And let me tell you, we've got some disturbing stats headed your way. This just came out. We have more senior citizens in Canada now than young people. And the rest of the world is in reverse. So Canada, oh, Canada, I love my prune juice too. Everyone's a senior. We can't do this. We need babies. I think it's the programming on streaming television. We need to get better at locking out the kids from adult programming and up the adult programming on the streaming. Oh, there's nothing on, honey. Toom, pow, 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 pow. What is this? It's on television right now. Oh, my God. Oh. Hello, honey. We got to do something. Trev is here. Good morning. We're going to get into yesterday's good thing right away. Murphy's over on TikTok. Good morning. Pro Media Solutions Incorporated on TikTok. Hello, hello, hello. Lindy can't sleep with the eye shields on. Too hot. Again, refer to yesterday's show. I don't know, Lindy. We do this little thing. It's called a show where we provide some information. Sometimes it's useful. Sometimes it's not. It's really neat. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And sometimes people actually use the information. You may want to do that. I'm just saying. Angela's here on Facebook. Good morning, Angela. Yesterday's good thing. What's going on? What's happening? We need babies. Babies, baby. What happened yesterday that was good? This is a part of the show where we talk about good stuff that happened yesterday. Sometimes somebody had a sandwich. Sometimes somebody had a coffee. Sometimes somebody held the door open for them, or they got a new job, or started the week on a high note because somebody that they work with that was annoying just was fired. And you know, sometimes it's never a good thing to see people lose their jobs, but when they're annoying and they're bothering everybody and they're just deeply unpopular, and there's worse things that can happen, right? There's worse things that can happen. Richard, speaking of sandwiches, oh, good old Richard. Richard said the highlight of his day yesterday, was eating a Denver sandwich, a John Denver sandwich. Rocky Mountain High, oh, Colorado, it's a John Denver sandwich. Didn't he sing Country Boy? Thank God I'm a country boy. Oh, his name is Richard, and he likes his sandwiches. He likes his John Denver sandwiches hot. Off he goes, and away he rolls. There goes Richard. He's a country boy. John Denver sandwich. That's a good thing. I'll tell you where they've got some great sandwiches for a great price. Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba. $3 breakfast sandwich or a wrap with the purchase of a coffee. You are not going to beat that deal, I'll tell you right now. And not only that, but yesterday they announced that the Special Olympics donut is coming back. You need one of these in your life. Yes, you do. It's got sprinkles. It's got chocolate. It's got like a cream cheese style icing and a little bit of whipped cream on top just to finish it off. Again, 100% of the proceeds going to Special Olympics Manitoba, and you'll be able to purchase these starting Friday at your local Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba with 10 area locations to serve you in Brandon, Dauphin, Neepawa, Verdun, and Moosomin. Special Olympics donuts are back. That's a good thing. Yeah. Yesterday was the early bird deadline for the Elkhorn Resort's Dueling Pianos. Over half the tickets are gone, likely to sell out by showtime. You're going to want to get in on this. It's this coming weekend, actually. Saturday night show. Elkhorn Resort, Clarso Nordic Spa, Dueling Pianos. The ultimate midwinter social event, 2 maestros, 2 giant pianos, zero mercy, and one unforgettable night of laugh-out-loud comedy, jaw-dropping musicianship, and sing-along favorites that turn the whole room into a roaring choir. Doors open at 5:30, cash bar available, dinner is at 6, and the show starts at 7. Don't miss the most fun you'll have all winter. That is elkhornresort.mb.ca. You can also give them a call at 848-2802. And the indoor sale is on in the Manitoba Room, the Keystone Center with Murray Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, Westman's #1 EV dealership. They're moving it indoors where it's nice and warm. Even though the super awful cold spell is done, it's still chilly. And buying a car out in the cold is not as fun as being able to sit in it, take a look at the huge selection in the Manitoba Room of the Keystone Center, and that all starts Thursday. So Thursday is the big day to be headed over to the Keystone Center, Manitoba Room, and take advantage of the specials that they have on offer. No payments for 90 days, new and used vehicles, trade in your truck at $2,500 off a new truck, spin the prize wheel for extra savings, and shoot your shot at their clunker for additional discounts. Manitoba Room, Keystone Center, all starts Thursday. Kevin is over on Facebook. Good morning from sunny St. Martin, flying home today. We saved a little bit of the cold for you. That is awesome. We will have a welcoming party of coldness coming your way. Jody, blame the economy. Cannot afford following China one-child rule. Well, and we don't need to follow it. We're doing it. We're doing the one-child rule. Remember when China did that, though? They were saying, okay, you can only have one kid, and now in Canada, we are doing that. One kid. The average household in Canada is now 1 and 3 dogs. These are 3. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at a lot of snow. I'm looking at a camper that is sad that it's not being used. And I'm looking at 3 dogs that are outside playing, having fun. Hey, Tom Wenham, it's been a while. How you doing, pal? Good job. Nice to see you. Nick says, tried the maple-flavored Pepsi. I am not a maple guy. I can't even bring myself to try it, actually. I do not like maple. But it is popular. People are buying it. There was one guy that said that he bought, as soon as he tried it, he bought the store out of maple Pepsi. There's some big changes coming to pop. Coke, there's a conference going on right now for soda in Europe, and the CEO of Coca-Cola spoke at it, and there are big changes coming to soda. Big changes. We'll have that later on in the hour. Molly says, GT, I got to chat with some people last night and had some belly laughing. That is awesome. Yeah. Belly, belly laughing. Belly laughing. That's hard to come by. Boy, Tracy says, went and saw my second mom in the hospital and had a nice visit. Well, sending good vibes to your second mom. I hope she's doing okay. I hope this is just like all routine and everything is good. I'm glad that you had a wonderful visit. That is so nice. Trev says, you can tell it's gotten warmer when Manitoba Hydro shuts down the natural gas turbines and there's no smoke. Well, as you'll see in the ticker, we came pretty damn close to setting a Manitoba hydro consumption record in the history of the power grid. In Manitoba, we got the silver medal this past Friday for power usage. Everybody had their cars plugged in. There's heaters going everywhere. I mean, we had minus 50 with the wind chill. So it was the second highest power usage day in the history of Manitoba, which goes to tell you it was one of the coldest days in the history of Manitoba. And we survived, baby. We survived. We're a survivor. We're a survivor. Glad I wasn't outside when these two showed up. So these aren't dogs. What's a dog and so one's a wolf? Is that what this is? Is there a wolf here? I can't tell the difference. That's, see, and that would be me. I'd be in the yard. I'd be petting. You got a wonderful new dog here. We don't have that dog. That's not our dog. Well, he seems nice. I pet him, and he only bit off a couple of my fingers. Other than that, he seemed rather adorable. That's a wolf. Is that what's going on there? The wolves are coming to play with the puppies. I guess they're distant relatives, though, too, hey? Road Reverend is also into the maple. Careful. You know what? Where's Derek when you need him? I think they're injecting some Mark Carney voting things in the pop. You know, that maple pop. It brings your elbows up and it makes you vote liberal. Careful with anything maple flavored. They're gonna get you. Where's Derek when you need him? Bring my tinfoil hat out here. And Pebbles took the day off from the gym, and she feels so much better. Well, I've been preaching that for what? You don't need the gym. You don't need the gym. What you need is pizza and donuts. That's what does the body good. That's what you need. The gym. Oh, of course you feel better. Feel like $1 million. Good job. Nicely done. Coyotes, says Cindy. Good. Well, they're pretty friendly. Man. Nick says, and yet you drink Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, don't say anything about Dr. Pepper. It's the greatest soda. Everyone, they should cancel all sodas. They should stop selling all other soda pops and only sell Dr. Pepper. If they did that, this is why the world's so screwed up right now. Everyone's drinking all kinds of pop, and they're like, oh, we don't know what's in it. Dr. Pepper it's angel juice. That sounds bad. Tracy says, I hope they don't change the Coke. They're changing it. They're gonna make it weird. Well, I might as well touch on it now. Actually, they're gonna make it weird because the CEO of Coke has said, brace yourself for fiber and protein in Coke. So you'll be able, and when you look at the Coke that they sell overseas, they already have Coke with fiber in it in Japan, apparently, and it's weird. It's very weird. Changes coming to soda. Not only will there be all kinds of flavors, but this whole fiber protein kick is going to completely take over the soda industry. They're going hardcore. They're going to reduce sugar. They're going to up fiber. And really, if all of a sudden your Coke has minimal sugar and a bunch of fiber and protein, they're trying to go for the meal replacement, because in 10 years we'll all be on Wegovy or Ozempic or whatever. How are we going to get our nutrients? Well, through a tube of Coca-Cola that's got all the nutrients we need. Derek says pop companies are evil. Pebbles says stay away from that stuff. No way. Dr. Pepper, you know what you need to do? You need to take some good old-fashioned Fruit Loops and put some Dr. Pepper on there instead of milk. Oh, give yourself some. How do you think I get on? How do you think I'm so full of energy and positivity? It's brought to you by sugar. Sugar. Molly says Dr. Pepper belongs in my fridge on the top shelf. It needs to be revered and worshipped, and I know, Molly. I know. I understand that. No, she said it belongs in the garbage. The garage. You spelled garage wrong. Garbage. No, garage is not spelled garbage. It is garage. Because you've got a big fridge in the garage. I know. Angela's with me, loves Dr. Pepper. Oh, my. Dr. Pepper Zero is good. Hubby likes it. All of Dr. Pepper is so amazing. Tom says the Coke that you can cut with a knife. Oh, Ozempic. Oh, Ozempic. Here we go. Everyone's going to be on Ozempic. And everyone's going to have the jab soon. And then it's going to be like, yeah, I just need a sip of my Coke. That's all I need. Pebbles is saying Dr. Pepper is the best. I know, Pebbles. I know. But we're talking about yesterday's good thing. Anybody else got good things from yesterday? Yesterday's good thing. These are really nice posts. I love these guys. The Old Canada series. They posted this yesterday. How beautiful is this? This is our town. Downtown in the 1950s. This is a growing trend on social media right now. And even the U.S. president is getting on board. He didn't have a crazy tweet yesterday, which is a good thing. He had a tweet of video from New York City in the 1950s. And, of course, he had said, what the hell has happened to our country? But I think we can all agree when you look at this picture of our town from the 1950s, you go, whoa, where is this? What is happening here? This is our beautiful town in the 1950s. Let me zoom in. This is a beautiful picture. I love this old stuff. Nostalgia is so big. And this is a national group, actually. Vintage Canada, and they share old pictures from communities across the country. And this is, I believe, looking east. And a lot of these buildings are still there. They're still there. But I'll tell you, the cars are gone. The people are gone. Everyone's in dress clothes. Everyone has got a new car. It's just utopian. It's beautiful. So nice. I thought that was really nice. I love these pictures. They got some that make the rounds, too, from Clear Lake. And, boy, Clear Lake has gone through a lot of changes up at Ridey Mountain Park over the years. And you really notice it when you look back at some of the stuff that's floating around retro-wise. Just some beautiful stuff there. Old Chicky's here. Old Chicky's in the house. Thank you for your good things, guys. I do appreciate it. Coming up after the beach break, babies. We need babies. StatsCan is out with its latest report involving the birth rate in Canada, and it's shocking. And we could be in for some challenging days ahead because we live in a socialized country where we like the money that's coming down. Like, I'm getting a big payday from GST. I don't know about you. Oh, you aren't? Oh, you make too much money. Oh, Richie, rich. Oh, too bad. I'm getting rich. I'm getting a big GST bump. Big $15. $15. I'll buy a hot dog at the next hockey game. Oh, yeah. But that's how we roll in Canada. Give you some free cash, but if no one's doing the jobs for me to get my free cash, how's this going to work? We got to keep the Ponzi scheme going here. And so this all starts with babies. We need babies. So we're looking for ideas so that we can get the birth rate up. That's coming up on the show. And not only that, we will also take a look at the Pizza Pop recall and why some people are concerned about even buying Pizza Pops now. There is no concern. If you're in the store getting the Pizza Pop, these are Pizza Pops in your freezer you need to be concerned about. And there are codes. We've got the codes. We'll discuss coming up, and we'll introduce you to the Great Lake Jumper. That is all on the way. Thank you for your good things. Do appreciate it. Make today awesome, Sunseekers. Make it awesome, and this way we'll have lots of good things to talk about tomorrow on the show. Okay? So we're going to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Oh, the sun is coming up at Myrtle Beach. We'll have some beach time, and we'll be back with more food, fun places, and mayhem in just a second as we get your Tuesday underway. Oh, let's hit the beach, Sunseekers. Back with more in just a bit.
Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's get up, be you. Take one step forward and don't forget your story's not over yet. Morning, Sunseekers. Let's get up, be you. Take one step forward and don't forget your story's not over yet. Let's get up, be you. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. Caímos en las asas, nos la vida llenando. Los nobles nos enteramos y no nos vemos volando. Y hoy ya no hagas, que ya se fue notando. ¿Quién es el bebido? Ya vivo en la garra visolando. Como dice que vamos a dar que no regue. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's get up, be you. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. Donde el mundo nunca se llega besando. Quiero despejadas que competido por la recitando. Y hoy a la hora sentir que ya se pone pando. Quiero ser medido para matar a la sonando. Como dicen que vamos a ver no rayos. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's get up, be you. Take one step forward. La 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 la. Take one step forward. La 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 la. Take one step forward. La 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 la. Take one step forward. La 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 la. La 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 la. Good morning, Sunseekers.
Yeah, good morning, Sunseekers. Beautiful sunshine on this Tuesday morning. Outside, not quite as warm as Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're there in the teens already this morning. We're a little bit the other way, minus 24. With the wind chill, feels like minus 37. Oh, that south of Brandon camera is back online, so we can take that off. Roads are looking good this morning. There is some blowing snow in open areas. That wind just will not calm down. So do be aware that there are some visibility challenges. Nothing super serious, but again, the wind is blowing, providing a bit of a wind chill for us and creating some visibility challenges as you hit the road today, okay? It's going to continue on the cool side for the next 48 hours, and then gradually you got a warming trend coming for the weekend. So have something planned for the weekend that's going to be fun. Friday's going to feel fantastic. Sunshine and minus 16. These overnight lows still quite cold in the mid minus 30 range. Again, make sure you're plugging in so you got a good start in the morning. But we will have lots of sunshine this week, which is kind of nice. Liking that sunshine. I hope you're liking it too. It'll be awesome. Back to the Beach House Beach Bunker. All right, and so the big news this morning is Canada's birth rate. The StatsCan is out with the fertility rate, and it's rather shocking. It has hit a new record low. The study is called the Survey on Family Transitions. And this data was actually released late yesterday afternoon. And it says that Canada is no longer a country of babies. We need less maternity wards and more wards for more seniors' homes. We need more seniors' homes. Canada has set a new record for low fertility at 1.25 children per woman, classifying Canada as an ultra-low fertility country. Other countries who are in the same category as us, Switzerland is slightly better at 1.3. Finland is also 1.25. Italy, Japan, Singapore, and South Korea. South Korea and Singapore have dipped under the 1 level. They're just not having kids. So it may not be totally a Canadian problem, but it is. It's again something to keep in mind. We need people to be working and paying the taxes. So if we can have the social services that we have, and that is an important thing. So we need people having babies. You know, like I said earlier on in the show, are we baby adverse now? Is this we don't like babies? I thought they were adorable. I thought they were cute. I mean, they make great Instagram content. Your baby can have an Instagram channel. You can get lots of followers. Maybe we're selling it wrong. I know they're a little expensive. Why don't we just let them write babies off? Instead of all these tax credits and GST and PST and this credit, let them write off kids. Make them little tax deductions. And I know to a certain degree they are now as dependents and stuff. I mean, totally, like a business expense. This is like, we're having a hard time, sweetheart. Maybe we should have 6 more kids. It'll offset our tax. That's what we need to do. Oh, my gosh. We could offer the Canada Starter Pack, okay, to young people. Here's your apartment. Here's your doctor. Here's your daycare spot. No maple syrup required. The Canada Family Starter Pack. Sign up today.
About 41.6 million people. But who are these people really? First, we're having fewer babies than ever. The fertility rate just dropped to 1.25 kids per woman, a record low. And because of that, for the first time ever, there are now more people over 65 than kids under 14 in this country. Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear that? So there it is. We have more senior citizens than kids. And that means 15 pickleball courts and no spray parks. Close them down. Fill them with concrete. Turn it into a pickleball court. We need more pickleball.
Canada is officially getting older. So how is the population still growing? Here's the twist. About 97% of Canada's population growth now comes from immigration. Almost all of it. That's also why the country is changing fast.
So for us to grow, because we are not having babies, there's no growth. So for those who are, and there are a few online especially, that say, we shouldn't let any more people in anymore. Well, that's it for the country. Close the doors, lock it up, turn the lights off when you're done. Because no one's having babies. We need babies. How are we going to have some more babies?
Around 70% identify as white, and diversity is rising quickly, especially in bigger cities. And another shift? Faith is declining too. More people than ever are saying they're not religious anymore. So Canada today? It's older, more diverse, less traditional. What do you think? Does Canada need more babies, more young people, or is this the right direction?
Do we need more babies? Of course we need more babies. We can't keep the whole thing going without more babies. So how do we fix this? Well, we need to have all of the politicians, when they do press conferences, we need to put them in some kind of AR avatar, okay? So when we've got a politician speaking, lose the suit and tie, lose the getup that you're wearing. You're going to have an avatar. You can still use your voice. You can still, this, ladies and gentlemen, the premier is now being represented by Avatar 664. And then make that avatar. He's standing there like a firefighter without a shirt on. He's like, all right, how's everybody doing? We got to get everybody revved up. We got to get the whole country frisky, Randy. How do we get the whole country, Randy? Free liquor. People aren't going to the bars. They're not getting together anymore. How do we fix this? Nobody has any ideas. No one has any ideas on how can we, AI, how do we do this? How do we encourage more young people to have babies? Because babies are a miracle. Babies are a miracle. They're beautiful and they're fantastic. Plus, they pay for our social services when they get older. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't have low birth rate. We have a math problem. Romance dies at checkout. Oh, you don't need to be going to a big candlelight dinner to be romantic. Is that what's happened? Is that what has happened here? Romance has died. Nothing kills baby fever like needing a cosigner to purchase a stroller. Come on, it's not that bad. A cosigner for a stroller, really? People say kids are a blessing, yeah, like a timeshare. That's not true. That is not true. You want more babies? Stop calling them dependents. That's terrible branding. We'll call them little tax deductions then. Here's what we do. Here are some fun and easy solutions from AI. I asked AI, how do we get Canadians first off, heated rivalry is not the show we need to be watching. We need, if we are trying to get the country revved up, you know what I mean? Revved up for babies. I don't think that's the show to do it. I think Hallmark Channel should be piped into every household at no cost. I know it goes against my better judgment, but we got to make this happen, guys. We got to make this happen. The government needs to provide free daycare or free rent, your choice. Suddenly everyone's fertile. Maybe anyone who has kids gets free rent. Well, and then those who don't have kids, there's going to be an uprising. Do baby showers from the government. Diapers, formula, a note that says, relax, we got you. The cash is coming. Check is in the mail. Don't worry about it. Signed, Mark and Pierre and Christia and everybody who chipped in to get you a baby shower gift. Cindy says daycare is a big issue. Well, unfortunately, it's not the only costs. I mean, it's the elephant in the room. Costs are a big thing. But you know what? We could go back. We could go back to 2019 financially here tomorrow. Not that this could happen, but say by summertime, everything goes back to the 2019 levels of, hey, this is what beef tastes like. Oh, my God, I can actually buy more than one tomato when I go to the store. Prices have fallen back to 2019. I still don't think young people would be having kids. I think it's a combination of how much work is this? They've been watching. The thing about kids that's just awesome and terrifying at the same time is that they watch what's going on. They're not stupid. The kids are watching you. They're watching you struggle. They're watching money tight. They're watching how they're raised. They're thinking, man, if I ever get the chance to do this, I'm going to do things differently. And then a lot of kids, they'll grow up and just go, you know what? Screw that. I ain't doing that. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for raising me, but I ain't doing that. That is too much work. And not enough likes. Sure, when the baby's born and it's cute and adorable, I get likes and loves and shares. But that's not enough social media love to keep me going. Unless I get the baby a social media account all to itself, which people do. Tax credits, so big people name the kid revenue. The National NAP program, guaranteed sleep for new parents. Oh, that's a good idea. Canada triples its population by Tuesday. Join the National NAP program. If you're a parent, you get guaranteed nap time at work as a provision of labor code. Are you a parent? All right. I mean, everyone gets a smoke break. Get a nap break. Molly says, I've been asked in the past why I have no kids. And I tell them I don't have the time or the money. Sure you do. We struggled and got through it. Okay, good for you. But I'm not doing it. And Molly hit the nail on the head. I think that conversation is happening across North America. Because that is the response. Oh, we didn't have the money either. And we ate Kraft dinner until you're 13. And I remember toothpaste sandwiches. But I mean, now we're up against it. I don't know what the solution is. But, someone said, people don't hate kids. They hate being broke, exhausted, and judged for it. Well, I don't think anyone's judging parents. It is definitely one of the toughest jobs you're ever going to have, but also one of the most rewarding. And isn't that how things go generally? That those things that are most rewarding are oftentimes the hardest work? But Derek says our society has taught an entire generation that it's better to be pansexual than straight. So kids are not on the plate. I don't even know what that means. I am so out of the loop on that. I am kind of a traditional guy, so my brain shuts off. I don't know what that means. But I think you're telling me heated rivalry is not helping. I'm sure it's a good show. I think watch it. Go ahead. But we need more Hallmark Channel stuff. We do. Molly says, can I ask how it's rewarding? It's rewarding because, there's no greater responsibility than being responsible for another human being. And hard stop, because you can take that however you want. Everyone's going to raise their kids differently. We've all got different beliefs and so on. But I remember when David was born, our first, and at the time, I was like super career guy. I'm like the Hallmark movie guy. I'm like, nothing else mattered in my life. Nothing. And I could say that truly. I was working 18 hours a day, couldn't kick me out of work. Work. I loved it. It was rewarding. It was a terrible combination of, a lot of people work their whole lives to have something like that, but it becomes an addiction. Work becomes literally an addiction because it's feeding you your family. It's feeding your ego. Plus, I loved my job. It was everything. And when he came along, I'll never forget, I panicked because I said to Tracy, oh my God. And she's like, we're supposed to be happy. I said, I am happy. I'm super happy. But I don't want to go back to work. I literally said, like leading up to the birth, I'm like, okay, are we going to get this done? Because I got to go back to work. Are we going to get this done? Are we going to get this? And then he came and it's just like, my world stopped. It's like nothing else. It just, and I think that's nature kicks in. There's some things in parenting too that are beyond explanation because nature has hardwired us to have children. That nature has said, go forth and multiply. And so those rewards kind of are little stepping stones along the way. So sorry for the long answer, but Quentin says they've also been convinced by influencers that they'll never own a home, should never have kids, will never have a great career if they have a family. Oh. I guess they're not listening or watching the right influencers? Because, I mean, I find, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. However, I agree with the part where they listen. Every generation before made it work. Life isn't supposed to be easy. I'm seeing, for U.S. creators especially, there is a real push back to traditional roles on social media. So I don't know which influencers are getting through up here, but in the U.S., we are seeing record numbers of people return to church. We're seeing record numbers of people saying we want to bring back the traditional family. Now, I don't know if this is a boomerang effect of nostalgia, because we're also seeing people calling for Blockbuster Video to come back, and you don't see that happening. But there is this big push online to get back to the way things were as far as the family unit is concerned. Religion, because we saw in that too, that religion is all but gone from Canada. It is just disappearing in a very quick way. So I get your point. But I guess, as soon as you get into those algorithms, they just keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you over and over again. So, Tracy says, my son said he doesn't want kids. It's a crazy world. Yeah, I get that. Quentin says, I deal with responsible people in their 20s that are making adult choices like kids. Well, I guess then you can take responsible out of the sentence. Get out from mama's skirt and be an adult. Oh, harsh love from Quentin. Harsh love. Harsh love. Patricia says, schools are overflowing with kids. I don't believe this statement. They're overflowing with kids because of what that young lady had just said a few moments ago. That our growth, most of our growth, is coming from immigration. And I don't disagree. I mean, we're building 4 schools. We need more room for schools. But, in the same breath, that is why we are seeing a change in the country. And I mean, this is from StatsCan. This is not me going on around. I'm done my family. I've paid my time. I've done my time. But it is true. 2 things can be true at the same time. The schools are overflowing, but they're overflowing. I have a family member in Winnipeg. Half her class she struggles with because they do not speak English. I'm not being critical. I'm just stating fact. Half of her class in Winnipeg, she's got a class of 27 students, and she said over half she hopes she's reaching because they speak a variety of different languages. So the schools are overflowing, but some of them, most of them coming in from other parts of the world. Again, not being critical, just stating what's going on, because this is not being talked about a whole lot, and now the fertility rate has dropped so much. And plus, if you're a business person, you may want to invest in seniors type stuff, because listen, I see the glass half full here. No wonder we're having a hard time getting daycare. No one wants to go into daycare. I mean, the thing is that no one's having kids. So when you open a daycare, you will be looking after children from all over the world that have come here. Not everybody wants to do that. And the thing is that on the other side of the spectrum, if you open a business for senior citizens, you're going to get rich. So, of course, open 10 pickleball courts. Of course, open another senior center, drop-in center, coffee house. What do seniors like? What do they like to do? Man, if you want to make a fortune, get into something that targets seniors in this country, because we've got a massive population of older people. Quentin says, I've never met a parent who regrets having their kids. I have. Quite a few, actually. And they're making that content that you speak of. Don't have kids. You guys be quiet. You kid don't likers. Come on now. They're beautiful. They're awesome. Headley's Health Hut. What we need to do is get in there and get some protein, get some sugar-free products, get some healthy lifestyles going at Headley's Health Hut. Of course, this coming Friday is Customer Appreciation Day. We were talking about this not long ago, the New Zealand whey protein that they have got at Headley's Health Hut. 32 grams of protein, 1 carb, no fat. This is the best protein that you can buy on the planet. It's called Just Clean Protein, and this is an exclusive product to Headley's Health Hut. They're the only ones in southwestern Manitoba that have this particular product. New Zealand whey. No lactose. No way, no lactose. Yeah, whey. No way, whey. Comes in strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, or flavorless. Don't forget, Customer Appreciation Day means free samples, red hot deals, and lots of fun last Friday of the month, and that's coming up this Friday at Headley's Health Hut at 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. A Kuiper's Family Bakery, from cinnamon buns to those beautiful hot dog and hamburger buns, and of course the best white bread, rye bread, whole wheat bread. If you're talking bread, if you're talking buns, if you're talking sweet treats or savory delights, you got to see Brandon's Bakery. They'd love to have you. And you know what? The smells that come out of this place are second to none. Just beautiful, just like Grandma's kitchen. Put a smile on your face just walking in there to smell the place. You will find Kuiper's Family Bakery at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner next to Tasty's. And at Sunrise Credit Union, they have got a consolidation loan for you. So if debt is becoming a problem, it doesn't have to be. There's help available, sunrisecu.mb.ca. They've got 19 area locations, and if it's Christmas debt and credit cards and the car loan and everything's just starting to pile up a little bit, you could take that stress away. Go in there. They'll consolidate, meaning they'll pay all that stuff off, and then you just pay them. And it'll be at a reduced interest rate so you get out of the hole quicker. Get help with the financial puzzle today with Sunrise Credit Union. Loved raising a family. Yes, it was hard, but who said it was going to be easy? No one says it's going to be easy. That's for sure, Cindy. Molly says, this is why I don't have kids, because I'm aware enough to know that I don't want to do it. It'd be a crazy home. No one is going to change my mind. Until nature calls. Until that one day you say to yourself, I don't feel well. Nature has a way. And then one sneaks past the goalie, as they say. What? And then the dam lets go. Then it's like, oh, okay, they're beautiful. And your Instagram blows up because everyone wants to see the adorable pictures. Everybody loves a baby, especially me as a taxpayer. We need some help. Oh, yes. Super Bowl ads are coming, and Budweiser is out first out of the gate. Now, the Super Bowl's still a ways away. It's a week from Sunday, but Budweiser is out with their first Super Bowl ad, and it involves the Clydesdale horses, and it pulls at the heartstrings a little bit, and it's got some patriotic overtones as well. Leave it to Budweiser and Madison Avenue. The Great Lakes Jumper. Before we go, we got to introduce you to this guy. This guy has lost his mind. I can't go swimming in Clear Lake on May long weekend and not scream like a little girl as I'm jumping into the water. This guy every day is part of his morning routine. If your shower is just a little too cold, remember this guy when you're in the shower, because he just jumps right in the lake.
Years, and frigid temperatures certainly didn't stop it today as Chicago's Great Lake Jumper took his daily plunge into Lake Michigan.
Look at this guy.
Like clockwork, Dan O'Connor is flipping into Lake Michigan.
It's become part of my routine. Wake up, have a cup of coffee, and drive to the lake and jump in.
Famously known as the Great Lake Jumper, the 58-year-old husband and father has now leapt into Lake Michigan at Montrose Harbor every morning for the past 5.5 years.
God.
Even with today's icy waters, it was no different.
Today, for as bad as the temperature is and for as low as the temperature is, it wasn't bad. There wasn't much ice buildup, so I really didn't have to chop ice today.
O'Connor says his addictive dunk into lake waters began during the pandemic on June 13, 2020, after his wife gave him a friendly suggestion about how to cure his hangover.
Like a good husband, I listened to my wife, and she told me to go jump in the lake. And I did.
The jumps have made him a bit of a local celebrity and a favorite on social media. And while he says today's jump got around 200,000 views in just 2 hours, he maintains his dives are about inner peace.
It's something positive, and I love the internal rush that I get, and it's an amazing feeling.
So many people want to know how long Dan will continue to jump in the lake. He says for as long as he can.
Till he has a heart attack. He's 58 years old, and oh my God. I got a shock to the system just watching him jump in there. That is insane. Our lakes up here aren't warm enough in the summertime to do that. Oh, I am a baby. Oof. You'd have a hard time jumping if you had to chop a hole first, says Cindy. In May, because you're still chopping holes on Clear Lake on May long weekend. For God, there's icebergs floating around in that damn lake. Molly says, my grandma always told me to go jump in a lake when I pissed her off. I was thinking that as he said it. He does realize it was tongue-in-cheek. Next, she's going to say, go fly a kite. He's going to go fly a kite, I guess. We're going to go fly a kite over on Twitch. Thank you for being here for hour one of the show, guys. We're moving into VIP hour. The latest on the Pizza Pop recall. If you got Pizza Pops in the freezer, you're going to want to be here for hour two of the show. Don't worry about buying Pizza Pops in the store. They're aware of the recall. Those ones are okay, all right? Because they've been looped in on this. They've done the code search. They've pulled the products that are part of the recall. So the Pizza Pops you're getting in the store, God bless Pizza Pops, one of the greatest foods ever invented on the face of the earth. But if you stocked up on some, before Christmas, because you got some on sale, you're going to want to check the codes. Details on that coming up. In the meantime, thank you. Thank you, guys. TikTok, YouTube, and X. I appreciate it. We're moving over to Twitch. Thank you. Have a great day.